Good evening, madam.
Good evening, sir. Deepika ma'am, you are not audible. You are trying to say something?
Why is that, madam?
Deepika ma'am? Gunjan ma'am, are you there? Deepika ma'am, unmute yourself. Video.
Using a two device, madam.
Hello. So I'm audible now.
Yes, ma'am, your voice is audible now.
Okay, fine, ma'am. What I'll be doing, I'll be putting my mic and camera on from the cell phone, whereas I'll be sharing my PPTs from laptop. So please
Okay,
bear
fine,
with me.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am, okay. Here also, ma'am, there is a connectivity issue because of very
Yeah.
bad weather.
Weather is not supportive actually.
Yes, ma'am. In Uttarakhand, there is a problem.
Same is happening with me because I'm also right now. I hope I'll be able to do justice with my goal today. In case if anyone, Dr. Srinivasa Rao, sir, in case if you'll be facing any kind of trouble, please do let us know, and I'll try to do the best at my end so that we'll be getting benefited out of this presentation. So let me share my slide here.
Ma'am, please wait. We are waiting for other participants also.
Oh, okay. Let them join. Meanwhile, I'm just showing my slide. That's it.
Okay, ma'am.
I'll not discuss anything unless I'll be getting a positive note from your side.
Okay, ma'am. Dear participants. I think participants, we start.
Voice is coming, madam. Voice is being repeated several times.
Now it's okay, sir?
Okay, madam. No, okay.
Okay, fine. Deepika ma'am, shall we start now?
Yes, ma'am, sure.
Deepika ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. We can start
Shall
now.
we start now?
Yes, sure.
Okay. Gunjan ma'am, please telecast this. Okay, fine. Ma'am, I will share. Okay. Dear participants, as I told you earlier that due to the sudden demise of the resource person mother-in-law, we have had to postpone the rest of the sessions. So now we are welcoming you back, and before we begin, we would like to pay tribute to the departed soul. May the God give Dr. Deepika all the strength that she needs, and we also like to congratulate and salute her work ethics as she expressed her desire to continue this workshop and find time for us despite this tragedy. Now I welcome Dr. Deepika to take over the session. Please, ma'am.
Thank you so much, ma'am. And I'm again saying sorry to all the participants that it was my personal problem, but you all always tried to hold my hand, and that was a great gesture. I hope I'll be able to compensate the loss which took place just because of my absence during the day. Okay, let's rather than wasting more of your time, let me restart the session, or you can say resume the session. But first, we'll be going for the recap as to what we have done in previous session. In case if you find any difficulty, please do let me know here on this platform so that I will be able to fill the gap. And in case if you have any application related issues, application related problems during the explanation, and in case if I'm not being able to answer the queries, you are please requested to send messages over the WhatsApp group. Moving on to the recap session. The course outline for session 1 was creating a new workbook, navigating in Excel, moving the cell pointer, using Excel menus. If you want, you can capture the slide. I hope the slide is being changed on the screen. Is it being changed? Yeah, it's being changed, but it's taking time actually.
Madam,
Yes, ma'am.
madam, is it possible
Yes,
to
please.
zoom it? Is it possible to zoom it?
You want to zoom? Mm-hmm.
At the maximum size.
Okay, let me just use. Is it working here?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So let me go to the left side. The first topic that we have covered was as to how to create a new workbook. I'll be sharing these slides, and I'll try to put a hyperlink course as in the case of this particular topic in this first link. If we'll go to this particular topic and we'll click here, you'll find a link to another website. I don't know whether I'm being able to do it here. Are you being able to see the next link on your screen? So it's not visible there. Okay. Not visible there. I don't know. Probably there's a technical error. But let me show you another thing. After clicking, we'll be moving on to this particular screen. Once I click on first link, now I have this tab. No, I'm showing you that once I click on first topic, because I have given a hyperlink, you'll be able to see the video example here as to how to create a new workbook. And this video link is from Microsoft site only. So you'll be getting authentic link to see, you'll be able to see as to how practically it is being done with the help of video. But probably my screen here is not showing you that window. Yeah, it's visible on my screen. I don't know whether it's visible to you as well or not. Is it visible to all? Create a new workbook.
No, ma'am.
Visible on my screen, but it's not visible on other. Okay, fine. No issue. I'll be sharing these slides. Once you'll be clicking on the first point, first topic, you'll be able to get yourself redirected to that particular site wherein this example is being shown in video form. Creating a new workbook. And a similar way, I'll be putting link to outer resources. From there you can get all the examples either in video form or images form. Let me check whether it works here now. Still it's not working here. Just by clicking. Okay, fine. Then you can click here directly and you'll be able to see the link. But let me tell you from the scratch, creating a new workbook, you don't need to do anything. You just click on Microsoft Excel, and now I'll be sharing the entire screen with you all so that you'll be able to see as to what I'm doing. I guess my entire screen is visible to you all now.
No, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
It's visible now. See what
Yes,
I'm doing.
yes, ma'am.
I'm just clicking on the start button. From start button, I'll be selecting Microsoft Excel 2007. Yes, there was a query from one of our participants that why we are using MS Office Excel 2007. Though I said that I've assured her that I'll be using the latest versions gradually, but as it was the request from the organizers that I'll have to use 2007 only, so I'll be continuing with this software. I hope nobody is having any problem because it's a condition from the organizers. Okay, so here is my Excel window. Everyone is able to see this window.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, we'll be going here and there again and again. I'll be showing PPT as well as Excel so that we'll be able to connect. Creating a new workbook, nothing needs to be done. Just go to the Office button, click on New, and you have blank workbook. You'll be able to start your very first file as a blank workbook. Okay, fine. Even if we'll not click here, by default, whenever we are opening MS Excel, we'll be able to get first file on our screen. Then what's the charm of creating a new workbook? The charm lies here. We have few templates. Templates are the pre-designed format we can use, but here I have a limitation because I don't have access to Office Online right now. But see, here we have multiple templates. We can use any of the templates from this side and let's see, new from existing. Let's use new from existing. You might be having any other Excel file and we can use that file to be my template. Here, I'm selecting this, say for example, result graph file. And I'm clicking on create new. I'm using result graph file as a template and see, this is how my screen is being shown now. Now I can save it and give it a name, or otherwise by default it will be saved as the same name, for result graph 1. If I want to change the name, there are two ways of saving the file. One is go to home button and then click on save. In case if file is already having a name, it will be saved with the same name. And if it doesn't carry any name, then it will ask for the name. But in case I want to rename this file, I want to change the file name, then I'll have to click on save as. Whenever we are in process to make a duplicate copy of an existing file, we need to click on save as and then give the name and click on save. A duplicate copy will be created for your existing file. Okay, let's close it because we don't want to make any change to this file. Now again, we are to our very previous, we are into the very previous workbook file. Here, navigating in Excel was the second topic. Navigating in Excel means moving around this Excel sheet. We all know that this small box intersection of row and column is known as cell. And by default, whenever we'll be pressing a down arrow, right arrow, left arrow, or up arrow, the cursor, the pointer moves to the next cell. But in case if I want to go one page downward, then we have PGDN, that is page down button. Just press page down. You'll be able to scroll one screen at a time. Page up, one screen upward one at a time. And is not working here, then home is also not working here. Can we use any other key? Control plus down arrow. You'll be able to see the last row on your worksheet. Control plus down arrow. Similarly, control plus up arrow. You'll be able to see the first row. Control plus right arrow, last column. Control plus left arrow, first column. This is nothing but moving around the worksheet or your workbook. That is called navigating. Okay. Okay, here's my file now. This was second topic of our first session. Moving the cell pointer. Moving the cell pointer is nothing but clicking arrow buttons or pressing arrow buttons or clicking anywhere on the screen, and you'll be able to move your cell pointer. That's it. Then using Excel menus. I've told you about the Excel screen part. This is my ribbon, wherein quick menu ribbon we used to call it, and we have all the frequently used tools available here. This is the name of my file, and Microsoft Excel represents the application. We have minimize, maximize, and close buttons. Then we have menu bar. If we click on the menu, we'll be able to see the menu options, creating a new file, opening an existing file, saving current file with a new name, printing your file, preparing your documents for anything. Say, for example, you want to encrypt the document and you want to mark it final, you want to add digital signature, you want to restrict permission to your document. All these features are available in Prepare. Then send, in case if you want to send your file, your current file as an email, or you want to send it as an internet text. Then publish. You want to publish this file. In that case, it will get converted into a web document so that you can put it anywhere on your website. And then close means closing the file. Then insert menu is there. To insert, you can insert any element available there here. And we'll be discussing these elements later on. Then page layout, you want to change the settings of the page layout. We'll be covering this part today. Inserting formulas, we have different kind of formulas available in Excel we can use. Data menu lets you insert the data, import the data from other documents or other applications as well. Review option provides you the facility of spell checking, researching your document for any specific element, translating your data, or searching for the synonyms actually. You want to protect the sheet, you want to protect the workbook, you want to share the workbook with any of the users, you can do it with the help of review menu. The view menu, it talks about the entire look of your Excel sheet. Okay, this was all about the menu. Moving on to the next topic, and the next topic here was in Excel first session. It was using Excel toolbars. Okay, in MS Excel we have multiple toolbars available. We can use these toolbars by written this data here. And now if I want to copy it, I click here, I click on copy, I put my cursor somewhere and I click on paste. That's it. This is how I'm using my toolbar, though I have multiple options available with the paste. Again, we'll be discussing it a bit later. Now, this was about hiding, displaying, and moving toolbar. In case if I'm not finding myself comfortable, if I'm not considering myself to be in comfortable form, using my toolbars from this side, I want to drag them to some other place. I can do it by clicking on the left button and then dragging it, but it's not being dragged here. I'll have to check as to where are the problems with why this is happening to me, why my toolbar is not being moved to some other place. Probably it has been logged, but okay, no issues. We'll be doing it later then. Hiding, displaying, and moving toolbar. Moving is not being done. Hiding and displaying here. Okay. Quick access toolbar, we have moved from that place to this place. Again, if I click here and I'll say show quick access toolbar, I'm right clicking on this quick access toolbar and then selecting show quick access toolbar above the ribbon. It moves on to this place now. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, please. It's clear. Okay, fine. Now, the right clicking is not working on my tools menu. I don't know what's happening. Okay, right click. And here, if I say minimize the ribbon, I've minimized the ribbon. Now, my toolbar is hidden. Click on, okay, sorry, wait here, and okay, here. Now, again, click on minimize the ribbon, and you'll be able to see the toolbar. Displaying and hiding the toolbar. Is it clear? Right click on the toolbar, anywhere on the toolbar, you'll have to right click, and then minimize the ribbon. You'll be able to hide your toolbar, and again right click and deselect minimize the toolbar. You'll be able to display the toolbar. That's clear? Okay. Now entering values in the worksheet. You all know as to how we can enter values. In Excel we have three kinds of data. One is the label data, that is any kind of text that is considered to be the label data. Then we have number data, and finally we have formula data. In formula, we always start with equal or plus sign. In text, we simply type the text, and we can't do any kind of mathematical function on this data, whereas in case of number, we can apply any of the formula on this number. See, there's a difference. I'm typing at written triple G. By default, the data is being displayed at the left edge of this cell. That is left alignment. Whenever you will be entering data in label form, it will be aligned to left hand side of your cell by default. If I'm typing a number, it gets aligned to right side of your cell by default. See, what happens in case if I'll be typing the same number 6776, but it is appearing at the left hand side. What's the difference? Because I have used one apostrophe at the left hand side, it means I have converted my numeric data into alphanumeric data. Now, if I try to see what happens, I'm writing a formula here equals to this multiplied by 2. And I'm getting the result. Same thing I'm doing with this cell. And it is working. But still it is working because despite putting an apostrophe, alignment is being changed, but data form is not being changed. So it hardly matters whether you're putting an apostrophe or not. But yes, if you want to align your numeric data toward left, you'll have to put a inverted comma. And this needs to be done this way as well. You can click on this cell, this particular option. You have alignment tool, and in alignment tool, we have left alignment, center alignment, right alignment. Similarly, top alignment, mid alignment, and lower alignment. Let's zoom the window more and see what is happening. I'm deleting all the data. I'm trying to resize this cell. I'm resizing the cell just to show you as how it works. Now I'm writing test. By default, lower left corner contains this data. In case if I'll be selecting mid from here and center from here. Now I'm being able to show my data at the center of the cell. This is what can be done with the help of alignment toolbar. One more thing, I have written test. If I'll be saying testing it all today, I've written a big text. Now what is happening? This text is crossing the boundary of my cell, and I don't want to be like this. I want entire text to get adjusted into this particular cell. So we have wrap text option. See, this is how wrap text option from your alignment toolbar works. Am I clear to all?
Yes, madam. Yes, madam. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
One more thing. This was wrap text, but what if I don't want to get my text wrapped to next line? I want this text to be like, okay, fine, let it get started from this place and end to this place. In that case, 1, 2, and 3. 3 cells needs to be merged. So what we'll be doing? We'll be clicking on first cell where we have written the data. Then by pressing mouse button, we can select these 3 cells, and then again from alignment, click on merge and center. Here it works. We have merged 3 cells and we have aligned our text to be at the center of this merger. Am I clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. There's one more thing I need to tell about this cell formatting. In case if you want to change the background of this cell, fill button is there. In font box, you will find fill button, this fill bucket, and once you will click on this cell and you will click on fill color, you'll be able to change the color. Now, I don't like this yellow color. I want it to be red. Okay, fine. But black is not going well with red. So, I have font color option as well. I'll be changing it to white. Now, the text is in small. I want it to be in all caps. Now, do we have any other option wherein we can apply kind of formatting? Oh, no, it's not here. We don't have this option here, though it needs to be. I don't know why this is not being shown. Okay, fine, no issues. Just a minute. I'll have to put my their mic is on probably and creating echo. Is it me only? It is done by me only.
Deepika ma'am, please mute your another mic.
Another mic is already muted, ma'am. Hello?
Ma'am, your mic is echo.
Okay, just a minute. Probably speaker got on from laptop. Now it's fine probably. It's
Yes,
manageable
ma'am,
now?
it is okay now.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am, it is okay now.
Okay, sorry for the inconvenience. Okay, all caps is not working. Okay, settings have been changed. Okay. We have another option wherein we can change the text appearance as well, like small to caps, but it's not visible here. Now we'll be adding this option by customizing our toolbar. But meanwhile, let me show you one option that is right through. Okay. See, this is how it works. I'm again canceling it. Go to the font menu, right click and select the text and then click on this right arrow down towards the down of the font menu, and here you will find strike through option. Just click on strike through and this is how it works. We have two more options here, subscript and superscript. Might have seen text appearing as here. I've written H2O. Do we write H2O this way? And I want to write X is for 2. Neither H2O is an appropriate form nor X square. So what needs to be done? We need to select the particular term that needs to be changed. In H2O, I've selected 2 and then I've clicked on script. Okay. Now, is it in appropriate form now? Are you getting what I mean to say?
Yes, madam, it is clear. Please go on.
And then again, in X square, what I'm doing, I'm selecting 2 and now converting it into superscript and clicking on OK and see the miracle. Most of the time it happens with us. The same option can be used with the help of Excel. Means the time when you are using MS Word, in MS Word also the option works in similar way. Most of the settings are similar in all the packages of MS Office. Now again clicking here, we can change font size, we can change the space, that is bold or italic, then we can change the size of our text, and whatever the changes are being done, changes will be visible here. But as we have selected font color to be in white, we are not being able to see it here. Now let's see, I'm changing the color. I'm being able to see as to how my text will look like. It will not show you the actual text that I have written on the cell, but it will show you the replica as to how the text will appear. A normal ABCD XYZ will be appearing here. Now comes your border. What if I want to put a border around the cell? Just click on Outlook and outline, and then you'll have to select the border width. I've selected this border width, and color, I would like to go for yellow color so that it is very much visible to me. And okay, fine. I've clicked on OK. No, it's not working for me. Why it is not working? We have the same option here as well. Let's check thick box border I have selected, but in thick box border again, this is thick box border we have selected, and the line color we need to select is yellow. Again, it's not. Border color is yellow now. Still, if you think that you are not being able to see the color change, what you can do, just do one thing, recolor the adjacent cells and you will be able to see the border color. Border color is visible here. See what I have done, I have changed the color of all the adjacent cells, and now the border is very much visible to me. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
This is how these toolbars actually work. Standard toolbars we have discussed. Okay, this much. Probably I have missed a few points in my last session. That's why I'm repeating it. Now, the next topic to be covered in first session was selecting a cell range, which we have discussed. In case if I want to select the cell range A1 to G10, what I'll be doing, I'll be clicking on first cell and then dragging my mouse cursor this way, and the entire range got selected. If I want to name this range, I can change the name box. And let's say I'm saying it's a trial range. I've written trial in the name box and pressed enter. Now, putting numerical values here. See how it works. It was till G10. Now, what I'm doing, I'm simply saying equals to some trial. As and when I'll be entering values to the range, automatically this formula yields you new value, returns you new value. Is it clear? Because I'm saying that I want to get the sum of this range, and I have written the name as trial.
Clear, madam, please.
Got it?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
madam.
If there's anyone who is facing trouble in English, please do let me know. I'll repeat it in Hindi. किसी को भी अगर परेशानी लग रही है, हमारे साथ रिसर्च स्कॉलर्स बहुत जुड़े हुए हैं. अगर आप लोगों को कोई भी परेशानी लग रही है तो आप लोग प्लीज मुझे बताइए, मैं इसे रिपीट कर सकती हूँ हिंदी में. कोई भी टॉपिक जो मैं पढ़ा रही हूँ, कोई भी टॉपिक जो मैं समझा रही हूँ, अगर कहीं भी आपको दिक्कत लगती है तो आप प्लीज मुझे बताइए, मैं हिंदी में एक्सप्लेन कर दूंगी. हालांकि मैं कोशिश कर रही हूँ कि मैं बहुत सिंप्लीफाइड इंग्लिश यूज करूँ, फिर भी मोटिव फुलफिल नहीं होगा अगर आप लोग समझ नहीं पाएंगे तो. आई गेस लास्ट टाइम मैं थोड़ा सा फास्ट चल रही थी. यस प्लीज. I'm just saying that in case if someone is facing trouble in English, they can share their queries. They can ask me to convert the entire presentation into Hindi as well. Yes, sir. You want to say something?
Madam, earlier class you told me regarding dollar sign. Dollar sign. Is it possible to explain again?
Regarding dollar sign. Okay, fine. Dollar sign. Fine, sir. I'll be sharing it again. Then dollar sign we have used for freezing the cells. Can you give me 1 minute time? Actually, electricity is not there. I'll have to change over. Just give me a minute.
Okay, madam. Okay.
Yes, you want to know about the dollar sign. As I've told you that in Excel we have three kind of cell referencing, addressing the cell. We have three mechanisms of addressing the cell. One is relative referencing. Then we have mixed referencing that we rarely use, and there's absolute referencing that is being used in specific conditions. For mixed referencing as well as absolute referencing, we use dollar sign. In case if I have one value that needs to be considered for all kind of calculations, means for all the cells we have only one value that needs to be considered. Every time, rather than repeating the same value in each and every cell, what we'll be doing, we'll be freezing that cell in the formula. As let's say we have an employee name, salary, and then we have DA rate. Do we have different rates of DA for all the employees? We don't have. Yes, please.
In letters are in white color, so it is not showing.
Letters are in white color. Oh, I'm so sorry. Just converting it, changing the color. Is it visible now? No, it's not visible.
No, madam.
No, ma'am.
Here, A is there, na? You can put on black. Self can put on the black color. A letter.
Taking time to get reflected actually, but let me change the sheet then. Now I'm changing the sheet.
Yes.
Let me know if it is visible. I've changed the sheet. Oh, it got stuck. Okay. Now, is it visible?
Yes, madam.
Okay. I have written employee name, salary, and DA. We have got these three columns. Employee name, salary, and DA. Wait. See what happens. As per my understanding, we have the similar DA rate for each and every employee in the organization. Am I right? Or do we
Yes, DA rate is similar.
have different rates? DA rate is similar for all. So what I'll be doing, I'll be keeping this particular entry somewhere else, because we know that DA rates are similar for all the employees. And here, what I'll be doing, I'll be showing the gross salary, okay, fine. What I'm doing, I'm putting DA here, then PF here, and gross, then net. Gross is what is being calculated as my salary, and the net salary is gross minus deduction, and we'll be deducting PF from my gross salary to attain net salary. Research scholars, are you clear about this thing? जब भी कभी हम सैलरी कैलकुलेट करते हैं तो सैलरी में हमारे कुछ पेमेंट्स होते हैं, कुछ पेमेंट्स के हेड होते हैं, जैसे सैलरी हमें मिलती है बेसिक सैलरी, डीए हमें मिलता है, प्रोविडेंट फंड हमारी सैलरी में से डिडक्ट होता है, जितना हम प्रोविडेंट फंड में डिडक्शन अपनी सैलरी से हमारा होता है उतना ही डिडक्शन हमारा एम्प्लॉयर भी अपनी तरफ से उतना ही अमाउंट कॉन्ट्रीब्यूट करता है एम्प्लॉयर। तो अगर मेरी से फॉर एग्जांपल 46,000 सैलरी है तो उस 46,000 में से मेरा जो भी डीए का जो भी मेरा पीएफ का रेट होगा उतना ही प्रोविडेंट फंड का अमाउंट मेरे सैलरी में से डिडक्ट हो जाएगा। ठीक है, और उस डिडक्शन के बाद जो मेरी सैलरी बनेगी दैट विल बी माय नेट सैलरी। ठीक है, तो मैंने यहाँ पर एम्प्लॉय नेम लिया। अभी क्या है, बिकॉज वी नो दैट DA रेट एज वेल एज CS रेट आर same for all the employees. I have written DA rate here, and the DA rate is, say for example, 10%, or let it be 70%. DA rates are 70%, and PF rate we have written as 18%. Provident fund के rates भी same है और DA के rates भी same है। मैंने यहाँ employees का नाम लिखा। I have written the name of employees here. Now see how it takes. I've written salary here. The time when I'll be calculating DA, what I need to do? I need to put a formula equals to basic salary multiplied by DA rate. Enter. And I'll be able to see the result. But what if I'll be, there's one more option here in numbers. If you want to decrease the decimal points, see 4595.5 is being shown. I've clicked on decrease decimal and the number is being rounded off.
Excuse me, madam.
Now if I drag it, yes please.
Is it now
Yes,
it is okay. Now it is okay, madam.
It's okay? Okay. See, I have this value, but if I try to drag it towards down, I'll be getting false results. No, results are not false actually. There's a flaw in our formula. What's the flaw? We have written DA rate in this particular cell. I4 is the cell which contains DA rate. Whereas in case of this particular cell, I4 gets converted into I5 just because of relative referencing. So what needs to be done? Just remove these entries first and go back to your formula, put a dollar sign. What is happening? I column is being used, but row numbers are being changed. So we need to freeze row number. So I'll have to put a dollar sign in front of 4. Now, if I'll drag down the same formula, I'll be able to see the result. Is it clear? Or do you want me to repeat it?
Please repeat.
Yes, everyone.
Please repeat.
Okay, I'm repeating it for PS now. Sir, what was the formula here? The formula was equals to C4. C4 was the salary column multiplied by PF rate. So in case if I'll be copying this formula here and putting it here, I'll get wrong results again. Reason being, we haven't freezed our column here. Because everywhere we need to use salary. Otherwise, if I drag it towards right, it will calculate here on DA, not on salary. So again, we need to change the formula. This exercise gets done just to avoid the duplication of work and extra effort. So here I'm changing the formula. I'm putting a dollar sign in front of C column because salary column needs to be freezed, and I'm putting a dollar sign in front of 4 because this fourth row needs to be freezed because PF rates are also written in the fourth column. We are not changing column name. We are not changing column name. Reason being, as soon as we'll be shifting our formula to right, the inner reference needs to be changed accordingly. Instead of I, it needs to be J. See, this is what we have done, and now if I'll copy it to right hand side, I don't need to do anything. I'm just copying and pasting the text, this particular data to my next column, and it says equals to $C4. $C4, $C stands for C column, fourth row, and as and when we'll be moving downward because row element is not freeze here, so row number is getting changed, but column name will never get changed.
Madam, here $C4 or the $4?
$C4.
$C4 or $4?
No, $C4. Because we are freezing our column name. Whenever we need to freeze our column, we'll have to put $sign in front of column name. And whenever we need to freeze our row, we need to put a $sign in front of row number.
Okay.
That's the rule.
Yes.
Okay. Now, what needs to be done? Now we'll be calculating salary plus DA. This will be my gross salary, and this gross salary, again, I'm double clicking on the right side and I'll be getting all the results. In net salary, I need to subtract my PF from the gross salary, and only one formula needs to be prepared, and just double click on the right hand side and see this is hello.
Your slide is not.
Hello? Just a minute. Network got lost actually on my laptop. I'm reconnecting. Hope I'm audible. Okay.
Yes, ma'am, you're audible.
Yeah, please give me a second's time. I'm reconnecting. Is my screen visible now? Is it visible now?
No, madam.
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am. No.
It is showing on my laptop that we are sharing the screen. Okay, probably there's an issue with the meet. Reconnecting. By the time it gets connected, can you do this way? Because I don't know what's the problem with my network not getting connected over laptop. Will it serve the need? Hello.
Ma'am, screen is not clear.
Yes, in what cases not be visible that way, na? Okay, just wait and let it get connected. No. I think it works now. I Hello.
Yes, madam, show you. Screen is visible.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am, it is shared.
Okay, fine. Okay, fine. So this is how we have worked on entering the data and bring class and the cell referencing. I guess I'm clear on this topic, sir. This dollar sign,
Yes, madam, clearly understood.
which is now clear.
Yes, madam, clearly understood.
Okay, fine. That's great. Okay, fine. Previewing and printing a worksheet was planned for the first session. Nothing. See, this is what we have prepared. Now, if I want to see as to how it will look like, I'll go to this office present. I'll go to print, and from print, I'll click on print preview, and the screen is being shown here. But since blind sort of, I don't like math. So what I can do first, I'll go to page setup because one column CF is on my display. So I'll go to page setup and I change the orientation as to rather than printing it in tall format, I would like to get it printed white format. So I'll click on landscape and OK. See, now peer rate is also visible. Still, I'm not convinced about the look. So now what I can do actually, margins are already there. I can put a custom header, and this header says my first Excel sheet. Okay. And then I have custom footer which says I'm putting my here Pithoragarh Joshi. Okay. And okay, we'll be able to see this thing. See what happens in most of the cases we have seen the organization, those who are printing their document for different purpose, for checking the authenticity of origin of the print. They put the drive address, the total complete address of that file on your disk, as a footer. That this particular file got originated from c:/admin/appointment/001. So whenever a person needs to check the authenticity of origin, they can see, okay, fine, this footer line says that this file belongs to this location. You'll be able to see the location directly and you can authenticate the document. Okay, fine. We have placed a header as well as footer, but the look is a bit shabby. So let's change the format. I'll close print preview from here. And now what I'll be doing, I'll be selecting the text and then I'll be putting border across all borders. But now I'll be changing the border color. I don't want this yellow color border, or otherwise I'll have to put yellow color, because most of the time we have black and white kind of printer. So this red color will not work for us. So what we can do, just to differentiate, okay, fine, be gray. I'm changing background color.
Madam, close
will
the
not
printer.
change.
Madam, close
Yes,
the printer
please.
option. Yeah. Close the printer
Yes.
option and tell me that.
So, sorry sir, I'm not getting you.
In the printer option is earlier you told me printer option is being showing that. New words are not being
Okay, print
visible in-
option, I want to,
Close it.
okay, I'm saying that from file, then print, and it print. Now this print
Deepika
preview
ma'am,
is like this.
your print preview is here.
That's why I'm saying.
Your print preview is visible, ma'am.
Print preview is visible? That's what I want to say. Print preview is visible. Now, if I close, if my screen is visible, let me know.
No, madam.
Now Excel
ma'am.
sheet is visible.
No,
It's
ma'am.
not
No.
visible. Oh,
Yes.
again, network is just a minute. Again, the network is troubling a lot here. I don't know what happened to this network. No, I tried to connect with hotspot as well. I'm trying, because my Wi-Fi is not supporting now. I'm trying to connect to hotspot of my cell phone. Let me try if it works. Am I back again?
No, ma'am. Your screen is not visible
Not-
to us.
Your presentation is here. Still on there. Yes, please. Am I still not there? Hello, ma'am.
Ma'am, it is visible.
Is it
But
visible?
yes, ma'am, it is visible, but it is
It shows you
style.
the entire thing. Sorry?
Ma'am,
It is
it's
visible, it is visible, madam, but multiple windows are being showing in the screen.
in a cascading style it is coming.
Multiple windows are being shown.
Now
Okay,
it is
I know
okay.
it's
Now
not
it's
you.
okay. Now it's
Okay,
okay.
madam.
I was just concerned that whether the screen is visible or not. Change the out. Okay. So it's visible. So you were asking about the print preview option again. Print preview. This is how my screen is reflected. Just click on this button and print. I'll be able to see how the document will look like once you get it printed. Now we have limited entries. We have thousands or 10,000 records of employees. See what I'm doing, I'm just copying the data and pasting it downwards for the purpose of creating a bulky data sheet. So they knew that continuation is how you create kind of continuation. Now what this continuation is all about? See, I'm again previewing my document. I have employee name, salary, DA, PF, gross, and net as the headers of each and every column, and then I have entry. But what happens as and when I'll be moving to next page? I have one page probably, or do we have another page here? Let me minimize this window just to check as to how many pages are here. We have got one page. Okay, fine. Let's add 2 more entries to the sheet. So the motive is that I need to get at least 2 to 3 pages for checking another option. Again, we have on this first page. Page 1 of 2. There's no second page. All is not visible. Okay, let's click on next page. Now, if I click on next page, what name don't have headers here? And see the repeated. Is it required? कभी हम किसी भी डॉक्यूमेंट को प्रिंट करते हैं तो मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम हमारा यहाँ और जब हम पेज करते हैं तो हमारे हेडर्स हमें नहीं दिखते हैं क्योंकि हमें चाहिए. Do we require headers on the next page as well? For the sake of uniformity, for the sake of clarity and all. What to be done here? Go back to your worksheet. Just to differentiate what I'm doing, I'm changing the format. I'm changing the color so that the headers are very much clear and visible. I'm changing alignment, changing the background as well. Okay, now what I'll be doing, I know that this entire sheet needs to get printed. So to avoid any kind of confusion or any kind of unwanted need to get printed, because see what is happening, I have skipped my DA rate PF rate from the area. Now what I do, I go to page layout, and in page layout menu we have print area option. Click on print area, then click on set print area. Now once I've set the print area, now in check print and print preview. We don't have DA now on the screen. Or is it, are you being able to see DA rate or PF rate here? It's not there. Can you see the difference? But how make change? Fine, we have header here. Let's go back and select the row. Go to page area, click here, not in page area. You just click on print title.
Excuse me,
And
ma'am.
print title.
Deepika, ma'am, I think
Yes,
your print screen is visible here only. Print preview screen is visible,
Why
not a worksheet.
Let me suppose it to close that print screen, print option.
Again, the network. Again, the network. No. My Wi-Fi and hotspot. Network issue is actually troubling a lot.
Now
Is it
visible.
there now?
Now visible. Now visible.
Okay. Yeah. From home, start button, print, and then print preview. See, I've told you that you won't be able to see DA8 and PF8 here. But still, we have only first page that is showing you the header row. Wherein in second page, we are not being able to see the header row. What we'll be doing, close the page preview and again go to the page layout menu, and from page layout, click on print titles. Once you click on print title, from the row to repeat that row you want to get repeated on the top. At the right hand side, we have a bright colored icon. Click on this icon and then select row you want to get repeated at the top. By default, the entire row gets selected, that is third row. You want to get third row repeated for next page. Now click on OK and now see the preview. Again, start, print preview. This is my first page and this is my second page. I'm being able to repeat the header row now. Is it clear? This
Yes,
is repeat header row for more than one page. In case if we have doubts in multiple pages, we take data set in multiple pages and we want every page to contain the header row. We can do it in this way. Closing down to this video, and the last topic was getting help from the office assistant. In 2007, we don't have office assistant kind of thing. Still, we have help options. Wherever you are stuck in Excel and you want to get help for resolving your queries, you have this question mark button at the right top. I guess the window is visible to you all. Yeah, I'm minimizing it. And at the right hand side, hope my mouse pointer is visible to you. This side, I have a blue colored question mark that says Microsoft Office Excel Help. There's another option. You just click function key F1 and this if you click on F1 button, this F1 with function button will show you the help. I'll click on function button simultaneously, function button and F1, and the help window is here. My Excel is saying Excel 2007 is now retired. So you need to upgrade or you need to try for free. And because of network limitation, I don't want to upgrade right now. will see the help here in online mode. In case if you want to check offline help, just click on the search button right side and we have Excel help. Second option, click on Excel help and the offline help menu will be available in front of you. And select the option for which particular option you want help. You have installing help, you have accessibility help, file conversion compatibility help, workbook management, worksheet and Excel table basics, and so on. So in case if you are facing any kind of problem and you want to get help from the MS Office assistant, you can get help from here. This was all about the first session which we have covered last time, stating a workbook and reading the workbook. For saving the workbook, you just click on this Office button, click on Save, name the file, say for example, Test1, given name Test1, but at the same time you need to decide as to which particular location you would like to be the destination for your file. So what I'm doing, for the sake of easy access, I'm selecting desktop to be the destination and I'm giving the name test1 to the file and I'll save it. Once saved, if I close it, I will reopen my file, click on Office button, and by default we have a list of recent documents here, documents on which we have worked. So I'll find my file at the top. In case if recent documents are not visible on your screen, just click on Open and you'll have to select Desktop here. From Desktop, we'll be able to see all the Excel files, and from this Excel list, you can select them and click on Open. That's it. I hope this much is clear to all.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, madam. Yes, madam.
So in session 1, we have covered all about the spreadsheet. This is just a recap. What a spreadsheet is all about. Then what are the Excel window elements? We have covered cell referencing. We have covered naming cells and ranges. Toolbar, menu bar, auto-filling data, date formatting, basic formula and data sorting as well we have covered last time. Moving on to session 2. In today's session, the course outlines were creating header, footer and page numbers. We have created header. The page number needs to be created now. Adjusting page margins and orientation. We have adjusted the orientation. Just recall, I print for you. I've shared with you that in case rather than printing your document in tall format, you want to get it printed in wide format, then page setup option gives you the liberty of changing the orientation of your paper. But here to tell you as to adjust page margins. Page number, we are left with page numbers and page margins. Adding lines, we have added print titles. Grid lines are rows to repeat at the top of each page. We have covered formatting fonts and values. We have formatted the fonts. We have marked the font bold. We have changed the font style as well. Formatting values we need to cover. Adjusting row height and column width. We changing cell alignment. We have changed the cell alignment from left to right, right to center, top, bottom and middle. We have added borders as well to cell. We have applied colors to our cells. We need to know as to how to apply patterns on our columns or our cells actually. Using the format painter we haven't used so far. Auto format we haven't used so far. We have merged the cells. Am I right? We have merged the cell at the beginning. When the text was going beyond the boundary, I told you that to merge 3 cells so that the data gets adjusted into one cell, one bigger cell, and it gets centralized automatically. Rotating text we still need to cover. Autofill we have covered by clicking on right corner of your cell, able to autofill remaining cells, downward cells. Autofit we haven't covered so far. So let's go one by one and cover the we haven't covered so far. So in first thing, page numbers. This is the sheet, and in page layout menu, you just see. First, let me talk about the margins. We have the margin area here, but we won't be able to see as to it's working. So first, we need to go onto Office, button, and print preview. From print preview, click on Show Margins. To be able to see the margin. Now what you can do, you want your text to be at the center, so you change the left margin by dragging this left row towards right, and this is how you can position your data. I've positioned my data into the center. See, this is how it will look like. I have sufficient margin at the left side as well as right side. And in this print preview only, I'll go to page setup, and in page setup, header and footer option, when I have custom header, in custom header, center section or right hand side section, say for example, I want to add page number. Here we have multiple options. At the left side, this is format text. Then we have insert page number. I have clicked on insert page number. Okay. Okay. Nothing needs to be done. See, by default, page number 1 is appearing. If I move on to next page, page number 2 is appearing. This is how we can add numbers to our document. Is it clear?
Yes, madam. Can I ask one doubt, madam?
Yes, sure.
I want to copy row data and paste as a column wise. Is it possible?
Column data. Very good. Very good. Very good question. See, I have.
For example, fourth.
Just for the sake of.
Madam.
See, what I'm doing, I'm converting employee name so that changes are very much visible. I've changed the employee name to be Monica, and I'm selecting this particular row, and I want to copy this data and I want to paste it this way. That's what you want to say? You want to do?
Yes,
select row, and then what I'll do, I'll click on copy, and then I'll click somewhere at the right side, and in paste option we have a down arrow.
Yes,
Just click on this paste and down arrow. Here we have an option named transpose. Transpose.
Yes, understood.
And this is how it works.
Yes, madam. Yes, madam.
Is it clear?
Yes, madam. Yes, madam. Clear.
Okay.
Ma'am, once please repeat it, please, madam. Once please repeat it.
Fine.
Sorry.
So you want to get it repeated? See, what I'm doing, I'm copying in both the rows, header row as well as the first. I'm copying it. First, I select it. Then I click on copy. I'll select a blank cell at the right side, and from paste, I'll see a down arrow here. Click on this down arrow, and from down arrow, I'll select transpose.
Thank you, madam. Thank you very much.
And here's the data in the correct format. Okay, so we have covered as to how to add page number to our worksheet. Adjusting page margins, we have seen as to how to adjust page margin and how to change print added, but we haven't added grid lines. See, what
Madam,
I did, I have added border
Madam,
to.
in this
Yes,
new version,
yes, please.
the new version transform option is not been showing, madam, in paste option. In new version, 2011 version,
What is not
this is not been
Okay.
showing.
2011? 2011.
2011.
2011 transpose is not being shown.
Only,
Time I'll share. I share on WhatsApp window as where you can find the transpose option in 2011. Just found your query. I've written the query in diary, and I'll let you know WhatsApp group as to where you can find transpose in 2011. Okay.
okay,
By
madam.
tonight you'll get the answer to your query. Okay.
Okay, madam. Thank you. Thank you.
See what is happening in this particular sheet. I've selected the borders. Let's remove all the borders. I don't want any kind of border to appear on my data. Once I have removed all the borders, what happens in preview, the data is shown as blank. I want to add grid lines. I have again setup here, click on page setup, and in page setup you have 4 tabs. Click on sheet, and in sheet you have print grid line option. Grid line, select the grid line and click on OK. Is it being shown? It's not being shown. Not selected, or what happened? Grid lines are shown, but grid lines not being printed. Shown. Grid lines be enabled from this side. I'll have to check again on print area. Go to page and grid lines, view and print. Heading, view and print. We have selected everything, but still grid lines are not visible. Whether they are colored data or not. We have to clear all kind of formatting they have applied on these cells. Let it be inside, outside, both kind of borders. Let it be there. Let's see. Grid lines are, we don't have any text towards right. Put some text to the right side and select the print area. We have selected unlimited print area. Grid lines are not visible. I've selected this now and I'm setting it to be the print area. And if I try to see the print preview, now I can see that grid lines are visible. Why grid lines were not visible that time? Because we have selected only this data. Now, if I uncheck this grid line, it will be hidden. You'll be able to see as to how grid lines are being moved and being added. So we have added grid lines. So rows to repeat at each of page. We have done formatting fonts. We have changed the font. What if I want to change the value? Changing the value means say for example here, this is the formula. It will go to view, and in view, we don't have any option to show the formula. Review, these are formulas. Just double, you will be able to see the formula. Here by default it is the value. You just click on this cell. You will be seeing the formula as well as the cell on which this particular formula is dependent. There's one more very interesting kind of option. In case if I want to see as to on which particular cell, directly or indirectly, my formula is dependent, I have a formula, and in formula, we have an option hidden. Now it's being shown. Is it visible or not? Can you see this blue arrow? This shows as to this gross element is dependent on salary, DA and PS. If I check the same thing for this salary, it will show that it is dependent on gross only. Similarly, if I check as to how many cells or formulas are actually dependent on salary, I have option check trace dependence. I'll click here and I'll be able to trace the dependence. DA is dependent, PS is dependent, as well as gross is dependent on basic salary. I've told you that we can see the formula while clicking. There is another option if I'll be clicking on formula auditing toolbar, formula, show formula, you'll be able to see the formula in every value. Is it clear? You can see, okay, fine, in the salary column, we have fixed values, constant values. There is in DA, we have formula, PF, we have formula, gross, we have formula, and in next column as well, we have formula. And see the formula as to what particular formula is yielding. Sorry?
Is it possible to copy formula
Sorry,
from
sir?
one place to another? Is it possible to copy one formula to another place?
This is very much possible that you can copy the formula from one place to another place. The only problem is as to what kind of referencing you are using. In case if you will be using relative referencing, copying one formula from one place to another place will change the internal referencing as well. Say for example, if I will be copying this formula, this formula contains relative referencing. If I am copying this formula and pasting it to one column rightward, what is happening? Column is being changed now. So here formula value, see reference here are F4 minus E4. Moving this formula towards right side will automatically change the inner cell referencing. It gets converted into G4 minus F4 automatically. Just because we have used relative referencing here.
It's okay, madam. It's okay.
Otherwise, changing the formula is very much okay. You can copy the formula from one place to another place. No, not an issue. Okay, adjusting row height and column width. See, in case I've changed this header to be employee name. Now, what's happening? Part of the data, part of the header is going beyond the boundary. What I need to do? Just double click on the border of this column. Double click. Auto fit. That's it. Same thing needs to be done in rows. Suppose by mistake I have changed the width of, height of this row, just double click on the boundary and it will get recorded. It will be auto adjusted. That's it. Auto fitted. And why do we need to auto fit? Say for example, here I have changed the font color. By default it is getting auto fitted, but in case all other data are visible but name is not visible, I'll have to double click and it will get auto fit. Is it clear? Can we move forward?
Yes, please go.
Alignments we have worked on. Adding borders we have done. Applied the color. We haven't applied patterns so far. So pattern is the thing. But suppose in this cell I would like to apply the pattern. I'll click on this cell and I'll go into the format, or otherwise just click on this fill bucket, fill color bucket. Here we have option more colors. From more colors, custom, okay fine, we don't have patterns here. So we'll have to go to format only. Click on format, then format cells. From format cells, we have to select fill, and from fill, we have this style, and from pattern style, I have selected vertical stripes, and color I have selected as red. Okay. See the change. I've decided to change this particular cell to be filled with vertical stripe pattern. This is how it works. You want me to repeat it, or is it clear? Yes, please. Am I clear?
Yes, madam. Please go.
Okay. So, next topic of the day, format painter. Rotating the text and then auto format. Okay. I've selected this C4 column. I'll go to format, then format cell, font. Okay, I don't have anything to be done here. Alignment. From alignment, I'll be selecting as to how much degree rotation is required in my cell. I've selected 26 to 28 degree rotation to be applied on my text. I'll click on OK and see. My text got 30 degrees. Is it clear? 30 degree rotation.
Yes, yes.
Okay, fine. Let me cancel it. And then we have format painter. Format painter is, okay, fine. We have this color fill this particular cell. If I want to apply the same pattern to church row, what I'll do, I click on this cell that contains pattern filled with black and red stripes, and then I'll click on format painter. Format painter, and now I'll select row number 12. By default, I've selected only one cell. I'm selecting all the data, and this is how it works. I guess the format painter is clear. Format painter does nothing but it copies the formatting of a particular cell and applies it to another cell. That's it. Is it okay?
Yes, madam. Yes. Yeah.
Yes, now we are left with only one option, that is auto format, as to how auto format works. Then managing your workbooks will be covering in next session, because for today probably it's been a bit heavy session for all, but it was actually required because last time I guess most of you were not very much comfortable with the kind of session we had, because we were running a bit fast. That's what I got to know from the organizers, that I need to be a bit slow. The organizers, those who are pinpointing each and everything, that this is where the resource person is lacking and the requirements of the participants, and we need to do justice to the participant expectations. So auto format. For auto format, what we need to do, we click on this office button. From office button, we'll find Excel options at the downward. Are you being able to see this Excel options? Click on Excel options, and here we have one option named proofing. Click on proofing, and in proofing we have one autocorrect option. Go for autocorrect, and autocorrect means whenever, say for example, by default, whenever I'm typing bracket P bracket, it gets converted into copyright sign. Here I'm saying whenever I'm writing POP, it needs to get converted with POPPY. I've added it, and now click on OK. OK. I'm trying to do an experiment. I have written POP here, and I'm pressing enter. It gets converted to 40. Oops. Had I lost the connection again, or is it visible on your screen?
It is visible, ma'am.
Visible.
Okay. Okay, fine. So, am I clear on this part?
Yes, madam. Yes, madam.
Also correction, that's what I'm being able to see, but here it is showing that it's working. I'm not losing the connection. I don't know. But okay, fine. I've told you as to how to add the value. Just try to do it and then type something, the same word, pop, on your Excel screen. And once you press enter, it gets converted into copy. So this is what you need to do. See, most of the time what happens, we do write C-O-U-R, whereas O is the nomenclature in general. Or it needs to be written that way to map with many documents or many resources for the web. So whenever the person is doing kind of mistake, if you add this autocorrect option to your proofing settings, wherever I write a wrong spelling, it will get converted into the appropriate spelling. Hope that was enough for today.
Yes, ma'am.
Garima ma'am?
Yes, madam. Exactly.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
madam. Exactly.
I hope it was not very much heavy for all. Garima ma'am,
No, ma'am, not
we'll be
at all.
covering remaining part tomorrow at 6
Ma'am, we'll be
p.m.
covering
And
part-
do you have any kind of query? Sorry ma'am, you're not clearly audible. Hello?
Madam, earlier I asked one question, and that is being clearly understood, madam. Row line copying is being converted into as a vertical line. It is okay. In that 2011 version is also been showing like that. We'll stop.
Okay, fine. So in case if you have any kind of
No, madam.
further query, you update it on
2011
what is due.
The symbols are being
Okay,
given.
you've got
Symbols are
the...
being given.
Okay, sir. Okay, thank you.
Now okay, madam.
Oh, Okay, fine. So, Garima ma'am, can we stop here now?
Yes, ma'am. We can
Anyone
stop
from the
here.
organizer side? I guess. Okay, ma'am. Okay. I'll take your lead now,
Yes, ma'am.
and we'll continue tomorrow at 6 p.m. now. Thank you so much.
Okay, ma'am. We will.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Madam,
Okay, madam. Thank you.
one more request. Madam, one more request. Is it possible to
Yes, sir.
extend 1 hour from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. starting? Because of, we are coming from college.
Sorry, sir?
Reaching up. Actually, 6 p.m. you are given time. Is it
Okay,
possible
you want me to start from? Okay, you want to start me from 7 to 8.
7 to 8. Is it possible?
You want me to take session from 7 to 8?
Okay, because of,
Yes, that's what we want to say. Ma'am, sir, I'm leaving it to the organizers in case if all the participants are okay with the time, I don't have any problem. I'm available. Let other participants share their views with the organizers. In case if they don't have any problem, I don't mind. But at the same time, in case if you'll be joining a bit later, you have the recording available to YouTube link. And moreover, I'll be sharing my ID as well as my contact number. In case if you are finding any kind of trouble, you can contact me at any hour.
Okay, madam. Thank you.
Oh, okay, thank you. Thank you, ma'am. I'll take your lead now.